Well, the mental health court program was developed in April of 2009. We implemented the program. We started out accepting clients into the program that were defendants that were in the Wayne County Jail. They had a nonviolent background. And we basically were trying to focus on helping them get through the court system and completing probation. And we also wanted to help defendants, have a better life, have them stable. So the court decided that maybe we should have a specialty court program to help, facilitate that.
In the criminal justice system, we had found that those who were committing nonviolent criminal offenses and were suffering from serious mental illnesses were getting processed over and over again through the system. And there were no changes that were occurring. The recidivism rate was awful, and we felt that there was something that needed to be done. If you find that the solution that you try continues to be a failure over and over again, it's time to adopt some better solution, or at least to attempt to do so.
And I've written about the program. It's a wonderful program, the mental health court, and how it diverts people from incarceration in jails into the community. And of course, when I did that, I did talk to 2 or 3, 4 people and got their stories. But to come here and see the 17 or 18 or 19 graduates and hear a little bit about them all from Judge Kenny and hear their story and see how excited and enthused they were, it was very inspiring.
Actually, I'm still in the process of going through the program. The major challenge was making the decision that I needed to change and allowing myself the opportunity to give myself a change. The biggest challenge has been overcoming my own negative thinking.
The graduation really means a lot to the consumers, and I just want to say I had to go to Washington, D.C. 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about graduation ceremonies. And we're one of the fewer agencies in an urban setting who have a graduation ceremony. A lot of them felt that, they didn't need it, or either they just felt a clap out would be, I guess, honoring enough. But this is something more meaningful. We can't interpret that at all.
It's easy to do something when things go easily, but when you have a lot of obstacles and barriers and troubles, to work through that and accomplish something is really a great thing. Last week I was inside Ryan Correctional Facility talking to a group of inmates that started a youth deterrent program. And they bring in kids, young kids in Detroit, and they talk to them. It's not a scared straight program, but they've talked to 300 or 400 kids so far, and the recidivism rate has been almost 0 for those kids. So those guys, even in prison, are finding some way to make a difference outside. And that kind of thing really inspires me. And you guys inspire me too, because you've worked through a lot of problems yourself and done things, and now you've accomplished this great thing.
On April the 8th, 2011, I thought my life had come to an end. Although to my surprise, it was only the beginning. I will never forget how I felt when I was sitting in jail. Other than the terrible withdrawals my body was going through, there was a sense of relief. A relief to know I will never have to worry about being sick again, or wondering if I will ever be gone. Soon after, I was approached with the opportunity to be involved in some program they called Mental Health Court. I had never heard of this program, but to be honest with you, I was willing to do just about anything to not go to prison again. I soon after went to a rehabilitation center called Naomi's Nest. I was not prepared for what they wanted from me. Not only did they want me to face that I had a drug addiction, they wanted me to get to the root of all my mental health issues. Initially, I completely shut down and bucked their system, until the day I had to actually sit down and write a forgiveness letter to my biological father and a goodbye letter to the man that became my daddy. I don't ever remember crying so much in my life, but that was the beginning of my transformation. At that time, I really didn't know what or where I was going All I know is I did not want to go back to who I was. I began to be involved in every program and opportunity I could. I did the program they called urban farming. In the beginning, it was a reason just to get out of the nest. But somewhere down the line, I learned so much from it.
The goal of the program, I was one of the persons that was involved with Judge Kinney and a team to develop the mental health court that was implemented in 2009. And the goal was that we had many of our mental health consumers that were cycling in and out of the criminal justice system. So our primary goal was to get them as early as possible out of the Wayne County Jail and into community treatment, and also get them connected so that they could have the mental health services that they needed. And with the mental health court, we had the additional layer of them having an additional judicial supervision. And so the goal is to have them get mental health treatment and also reduce recidivism so that they would not return back to jail.
One of my major challenges was marijuana use. I was really, into smoking marijuana, and I had to really, back myself off of it. But it was kind of hard because in fighting an addiction, any type of addiction is hard. So I, going through Detroit Mental Health, they basically helped me develop my skills to fight the urge of smoking marijuana. And, it really paid off.
I think that one of the things that we noticed early on was that Angela decided that she was committed to the notion of not turning back. And I think developed fairly early on a real laser-like focus about getting to a better place, and also has demonstrated, I think, very high energy in making sure she got there. So I commend you for everything you've done. I think you've been a great example for lots of people in the program. It's extraordinarily rewarding. I think that I became a lawyer in the first place because I wanted to make a difference, and certainly as a judge I have an opportunity to have an impact on people's lives. And I think that as was mentioned during Mr. Garrett's speech, it's more than just getting a paycheck or the status, if you will, of being a judge in the community. It's having the opportunity and successfully carrying out, giving people the opportunity to improve their lives.
One of my major challenges was I was a cocaine user for years, and it was a challenge for me I was really one of the ones that fought the program in the beginning. I didn't want to be there for no reason at all. And I want to stay clean and be a grandmother to my grandkids. I'm probably one of the older people in the program. So that's my goal, is to stay clean and help my grandchildren.
I'm currently in college. My major is mental health. I'm going through psychology classes now. I've also had the opportunity to go to Lansing and rally for funding for these such programs. It looks as if we may be able to keep the monies that we have coming to the programs and maybe even expanding that.
In mental health court, we offer a lot of wonderful services. And I think if you're open to the possibility that things can be different in your life, I think give us a chance and we can make your life a lot better.
I truly believe if it hadn't been from the support of the mental health court staff, I would not be where I'm at today. They never gave up on me. To have all of them pulling for me made me want to work even harder. I never wanted to disappoint them again. So with that said, I would like to personally thank the staff for helping to save my mother's daughter and my son's mother.